I forgot. I need to change this character already. Character. Change the character. How do I change your... The fuck? Where's the character? Oh, there it is. Okay, properties and browse and Christian download this boy. But oh, hold up. It's probably on here. There you go. Let's just size them up. There you go. That looks beautiful. Awesome. Great. Okay, so let's continue on from here. Let me put the... Let me lower that. Let me put the video image, like the display capture, to be the right one. Because it's not the right one. There you go. And awesome. There you go. Let me see. Are you guys texting me? You sure you didn't get a mistake again? Wait, did I put a mistake? Don't tell me I put a mistake. Why does it say June? This is annoying. Give me a sec. Lecture create. Dates are mad confusing. 2024 to the day. Got confused. Subject. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I put this on the wrong side. This is very funny. Sub lecture name. Introduction to try out. Introduction to Blender.
Wait, you said the date of June.
Yeah. Yeah, I did set it. I'm fixing it. This is what I don't like, cause like I do not understand sometimes different formats of different dates. So it confuses me, and the time zone is in UTC. It's not on my local time. So the user experience right now is not the best, but it'll eventually be better. There you go. Okay. I appreciate Nova though for helping me out with that. Okay. So I think I'm ready. So I need a timer function, and I need a like start / continue timers function, and then a stop timer function. So it will be called whenever. Actually, we can separate these. Then start and continue. Okay. Because let's say that we need to stop it every time that like I stop clicking on Blender, for example, or something like that, or like after if after the last click it's like 5 seconds, like I'm still in Blender, it's like 5 seconds, it stops. Like, okay, this is weird. Boom, stops the timer, like out of an inactivity. So, let me think.
It would be nice if it did that per certain tabs, because when you're rendering, the render tab, you'll be away for a while.
So you're saying the rendering still counts? That should count as well. Yeah, I believe
That
should count.
Yeah.
That still should count.
Count for something.
But like also researching also counts as part of the timer if you don't like researching part of whatever it is part of the timer. And if it's not in the Blender tool, then it's kind of pointless, don't you think?
Yeah.
So I can.
But then again, if you know that you're
Mhm.
gonna be doing this, right, then you just open Blender and then you just start working on whatever. Because
Right.
Blender doesn't take much resources when it's nothing in there.
Right. I'm thinking that what we can do is that we have a toggle option that allows you to like, oh, stop timer every time that you log off or something like that. Like once you like stop clicking, like if you go in another tab, for example, like
Yeah.
toggle that on or toggle it off. Off, it's like, oh, I need to
So you
research
need to
something.
toggle on and off manually the thing that stops the timer if you go idle for a while.
Yeah, something like that. Do you think that that would be fair? Because, like, for example, boom, I toggle it off so I can research and stuff, but it still counts as part of what I'm working on. Um,
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Or I just have fucking Google on Blender. That's it. I just have Google on Blender and then call it a
Mm.
day. Then you don't have to leave Blender. You don't
Why
need.
not just develop an entirely new app that doesn't use Blender?
Well, what if we make Blender in Blender? Like, okay, hold up, because I forgot a bit of Python. Um, but I'll do what I remember. If not, I'll look at the documentation I learned quick. Okay, how does a timer start? That's first off. Timer start Python. So I don't think there's. I mean, there could be a timer. There's something called tick, but I only know about it from ooh games and stuff. Yeah, time per import time. Can I import time? Is it possible to import things outside of? Don't I have to install it? Mm-hmm. Blender. Run a function in X seconds. Define 5 second sprint. First enter BPY app timers that register. There is a timer for Blender. Okay, this is interesting. First interval 5. So in 5 seconds it runs hello. Every X seconds. We can do like every 5 seconds tell me the time or something like that, or not every 5 seconds, like every 30 minutes, for example. Tell me the time or something. Every 1 hour. I think this can be changed. Yeah. Okay. Run a function n times every x seconds. Run 10 times. Global counter plus 1, print counter. If counter is equals 10. Okay. If counter is equals 10, return none, return 0.1. Okay. Import BPY. So I have to import BPY. That's like the Blender's Python apparently. So this runs something after a certain time period. And I need a timer that runs like a stopwatch and stops whenever I tell it to. I also need to make a button, but like that's gonna be out of the thing. Let me put button, start button, and that essentially transforms into stop button. Let's just put start slash stop button. So it would just change depending if I click on it, starts. It would change to a stop button once I click it once again. So um, that could be done with a click variable that is like 0, and then if it's twice, then blah 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 or something like that. We'll see, or like a on and off switch, like a boolean. BPY. Let me think. I don't know why I have this open. Yep. Close. Awesome. So we have the functions, guys. That's it, guys. Okay, thank you so much for watching the video. I'm gonna start leaving. I'm messing with you. I'm messing. Hold up, Scar. I do not see your stuff. Let me put your chat text thing here so I can see it. There you go. Awesome. There you go. There you go. Cool. Okay. So I have you there. I can see that. And let me see what else I have to do. Essentially just the timer itself. And I need something that does the stopwatch function. Make a countdown timer node. There's a timer node. I'm gonna watch this because it's gonna be pretty similar. I just want to see how they do it.
Well, that's a geometry nodes thing, though.
Yeah, I know. But I just want to know
Change
the logic.
curves and then
There's
scene time.
what's scene time? I want to know what that is. Blender. Scene time node. The scene time mode outputs the current time in the scene's animation in units of seconds or frames. Animation. So no, that's not what I need. I need like when you start something. So no, it's nothing like that. Don't worry. Does BPY Blender Python, does it have a timer? Apparently it does, but it's like an application timer, which is like something to start. It has time delta. Times that timer. Time since last step in seconds. Okay. This is what I need. So time since the timer started seconds. There you go. That's time duration. Float and default. Read only. I can put 12K into my dank member bank. Your dank member bank? What's a dank? Stank. Time step. Float in. Time duration. And how is there examples of this? No. Class. Base class. Class B by Y struct. Types.timer. Window event timer. Time delta. Times and less. Is there like any examples though? Blender timer time delta. This dude, dank mem. Oh yeah, I know that dude. I don't know him, but I think I've seen that frog multiple times. How do I leave the? Okay, I just opened in browser. Interesting. There you go. Okay, run a function next seconds. This is not what I'm looking for. Timer, by power struct time, instruct. This is telling me exactly the same thing, just with a different look. Parameters, class method. Yeah. Application timers. Ooh. Maybe you should learn some Python. Yeah, I'd done a bunch of projects in Python. I just need to learn how Blender Python works. Run 10 times. So this is just gonna do something 10 times. It just runs that 10 times, literally. So yeah, register. And then I assume it puts here. Huh. Global lock by open mesh primitive cube add location lock. Global counter plus equals 1, lock plus equals 2, print counter. This is interesting. If counter is equals 10, return none, return 0.5. So the counter, lab timers that register run 10 times. I guess it just unlimitedly ends once it tells you to stop. So this is like a constantly register, like boom, 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 run multiple times, and then there's a stop on the return none. I think that's what it is. But here it says that it has a time delta. The question is, how do you use the time delta and the time duration? Timer by py struct. Space. I just need examples. I just need examples. That's all I need. You suck at Python now, comes in black. Yeah. I hope you get it though. Thank you, appreciate it. Okay. Timer by okay. Let me see how this works. I'm still trying to figure this shit out. Timer BPY struct, and supposedly should do something. BPY struct. Time delta. Time window event timer class, but it's okay. So it's apparently a class, and then time delta. What is this time delta? Where is it getting from? Like it just. See Python timer. Countdown, interesting. Parallelism, time axis and conversions. Time axis. This module provides various time-related functions for related blah blah blah. On the other hand, the precision of time and sleep. But time it. Create a timer in Python. Elapsed time decoration. Import time. That's what I was thinking. Like do a start time and an end time, and then boom, that's it. And then the end time and the elapse would be certain things, etc. But I don't know if I can do that. Can I? Let's see. I'm just gonna do a quick run by it. The thing to time using sleep as an example. Okay, whatever. I'll just do that for now, and then just see if it actually grabs it from expected an indented block. Let me just silent all of that. Boom. It's crashing my computer. What the? Oh, okay. Yeah, running that sort of lags my computer. Run script. Don't know if it ran. Doesn't look like it did. Print elapsed time. You want to make a timer? Yes, I want to make a timer. Print. Let me do a print. Print. Where does it run? Because it runs the script, but I don't see the output. It's not printing hello. Yeah, it should just be print. Was it console log? I understand though you wanna, because I don't know, it just made sense. The print is not printing. I don't see it on the console. Retypo fast. I'm gonna call this timer. It's just not showing anything on the console. Hello, what's up, bad? Love you too, man. Love you too. Debug statement micro. Where does the output appear? It doesn't appear on my Python console. It doesn't appear. Turns it to the system console. If it's not open, go to window toggle system console. Window toggle window. Oh no, that's not it. Window toggle system console. There it is. Okay. So, in theory, can I do clear? Okay, whatever. Sure. So no, it actually does it here. It has the 10. So I guess we can do it that way by doing the lapse time. So we do a start time that's going to be stored in globally. And then an end time that grabs that. So start time is a time.time. So it's like what is now. End time is the same thing. Like what is now. Like for example, if it runs 4 seconds, grabs one, so okay. Right. And this is gonna be going on forever, pretty much so. Elapsed time. So elapsed time would always constantly be iterating. So it constantly has to update. So how do we do that it constantly shows the end time or the current time? Should be like current time essentially. Or elapsed time actually. Constantly. It has to be constant. So I am assuming that we can do an elapsed time, which is start time minus end time. And these two are essentially gonna continuously be going on because the stop time, yeah, because the end time is gonna be 0 if it's not stopped. Continue timer would grab the elapsed time. Okay. Ooh, this is a bit tricky because okay, the continue time would grab the elapsed time and then do the start time once again. So we can do is that elapsed time is equals 0, right? It's equals 0 on the start. And we can do also a reset time. Def reset timer. And that's gonna be like start time would be no, elapsed time would be equal to 0. So it just sets it. I'd rather have my variables on top actually, rather than there. Start time. Start time. Awesome. So the elapsed time is gonna be coming here, and it's gonna be like that plus the elapsed time. If the elapsed time is 0, it's not gonna add anything. But if it's continued, then it grabs the last elapsed time and then continue adding to it. Something like that. I think that makes sense. Hopefully. And then the start time minus end time, which is the elapsed time as well, should be constantly going. It should constantly be going. So we need something that constantly runs. It could be a while true, or something of that nature. How the fuck did you understand that we want to? Oh no, I already saw that. Okay, it should be something in that nature. Something that constantly runs. Constant loop run blender py. I know that Python I could do a while true. Yep. So I was just gonna do that. A while true for now. And it will just stop. Okay, so while true start time. So elapsed time would be equal to this. And it should only start once the start timer sets. So this should consistently run. Break no. So if let's say that, how does it stop? We can do a boolean that says that it stops. Stopped is equals false. If stopped, then you break it. We can do, okay, if not stopped, then do a run and a true, and stopped is equals to false. Else, let's see. Yeah, else break. Awesome. Not stopped, else break. Well, true. Awesome. So if it stops, then break. And when is it gonna stop? Well, it's gonna stop once we either reset the timer. So stopped is equals, no, because it has to be false once you reset the timer. Once you stop it though, it has to be true. Okay. I think that makes sense. You can also not do it with the boolean and do it with like the numbers, like, okay, if it's 0, blah blah blah. I think that would potentially work. I'm not too sure. To continue the timer, it's essentially just a button, bam, that it grabs the last. I think continue, it would be start as well. Start/continue. Timer function. Okay, because it still has the elapsed time. So if I I'm just gonna change the name of the button to continue if it has like anything but 0. If the elapsed time is 0, it means that it should start. And that means that if somebody resets it, then it should start rather than continue. Something like that. This is more stuff like that. Stop button. And how to make buttons on BPY. Okay, quickest way to create a panel button. Okay, so in theory, main concept is that operator is executing something based on given data, blah blah blah. Import BPY from BPY panels. Class simple operators, panel in object mode. Simple operator. Definitely self context, print context object, return finished. I do not understand how this works. I don't get that. I don't get this. I think I understand sort of the object custom panel thing. ID name, what is it going to be called? The panel, the label, I guess like the text that it shows, and then what type of panel it is, the context. But I need to visualize it in code because I don't understand it yet. So I'm gonna watch a video. I'm just gonna watch a video real quick. So okay, go over the steps. Give Python access to Blender's functionality where to add the panel in the UI, add labels, define. Okay, so apparently class view 3D PT my custom panel. So this is just class naming convert deploy types panel. So I'm looking to create a panel, and then it creates the panel. Space type 3D viewport, find list of values here. So where is it? Sidebar region, find list of values here. Okay. Let me see. I think he linked Space types, region types. Okay. View 3D. 3D manipulate objects in a 3D environment. Node editor. View and edit images in UV map. So I guess this is where it is. View 3D, obviously. Okay. What if it's in all of them? Can it just be on all of them? Edit persistent configuration settings. Okay. I'll see. Region types: window, header, channels, temporary UI, sidebar. So it could be a window. I think that's what it's saying. Like it could be a window, like something like this, or like one of these or this one. I'm not too sure. Or it could be a UI, which is something that is on the sidebar, which is I'm gonna do that. Tools, I'm not too sure what tools is. Oh, it's probably like Shift A, something of like something around here. This is my thought. That could be tools. Yeah, so I'm gonna use UI. I think that works better. Floating region. Okay, this HUD, something that floats around. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use UI. UI sounds the best. Okay, so I'm gonna make a class. Start button. So class. Let me delete this. Class. Class. Huh. View 3D PT my custom panel. Do I have to name it like that weird stuff? Because that's a funky name. Let me see if it's necessary. Let me see. Let me hear you, Mike.
In this class category, then naming convention right here. Notice that I panel this class, and this will go under. So the naming convention right here is the category, then
Has naming convention category.
The PT is panel type, and then the name of
panel type.
Panel.
So, okay. So view 3D, because it's gonna be there. It's gonna be a panel type. Okay. And then the name of it is gonna be what? Button for now. I don't have any idea, but let's call it button. And bam, and then I put bpy dot types dot panel apparently, and it has to be with a P, capital P. And here is where the magic happens, adding the other stuff. So what does BL mean? Blender? Blender space type. So yeah, I think that's what it means. So the Blender space type is essentially the view 3D, because it's going to be like this 3D view. And the BL region is like where is the thing, like the panel gonna be appearing, which is the UI, which is the sidebar here. Okay, so let me mute you, sir. Pardon me. Let's see. My custom panel label. So I think this is just like the name of this. Like some stuff like that. I think that's what it is. It must be BL label can be what? Button, I guess, for now. And this does some stuff. Register the panel with Blender. Def, register, and then unregister. Okay. Don't know why we're doing this, but okay. Register. Def. Unregister. Okay. Let's see here. BPYUtils.register class, and then it registers that type of class. So it registers this. bpy.utilities.register.user, I think it says. Class. Register class, that type of thing. And then it does the same thing for the other one. And instead is on register. If name is equals main, register. Okay, so this is, for some reason, everything starts this way. If name is equals main. Then register, which is starts. My custom panel label. And then I have to run this. I think I would have to stop this because it might crash. I forgot that it just continues on forever because of the while true. I think that's a little issue that we might have. The constant like running of the loop that like supposedly be showing the time. That's just gonna be going indefinitely. I should have thought of that. Okay, let me just close this because it's gonna definitely crash. Meanwhile, let me see over here. I think instead of doing it while true to show what's going on, I can do a every time that the number goes up or something, it updates. That would be a bit more comfortable, I'd say. I did not save anything. Okay. Alright, okay. Whoops. Okay, let's do this then. Well, so let me just delete all of this. Bam. Cool. So, let me open the window, toggle system console so I can see that. And let me do this again. So apparently we have to make a class called a viewport, I think it was called viewport 3D. What was it? View 3D. It's just view 3D. View 3D. And then panel type. And then the name of it, which is going to be called button. And then all of that goes to the bpy.types.panel, right? Awesome. And then this goes to the space that it is. Okay, cool. Sion is just casually chilling there. Awesome. Space that it is, which is view 3D, correct. Space type, view 3D. And it has a underscore on it. And okay, BL region type. Yeah, and then it needs the labels, category. And then the category it is, I'm gonna call it just button for now. Button, and then BL label. Button. Oh, so this is the category. So something that goes here, like tool, view, whatever. I'm gonna call this timer, and then the label's gonna be called button, which is for the button. Let's do the register now, def register, and do the register, and do the on register. There you go. If name is equals to main, I think it has to be under case, then we do register. Just run that. The register would be the bpy.utils.register panel, I think it was. Oh no, class. And we grab the name of this class. Awesome. Do the same for the other one. But instead on register. And I think this is for like different stuff, like a location, rotation, blah blah blah, something similar like that, where I could have the button, the other button, some other crap, etc. etc. Yeah, I think that's what it is, because like this stuff like that is pretty cool. We could add the check marks, check boxes, I mean. Let me run that. Expected an indented block. Let me not deafen, but silent those things so it doesn't mess up with the other stuff. Module B2 has an attribute type that you mean types. Yeah, it's types. There you go. Anything else? You have a draw. Expected panel. View 3D button, but you have an undrawn attribute. Undrawn attribute? Definitely. Okay, so it does need the draw. Define draw self context. You want to see how the draw works? Define the layout of the panel. Row self. My custom panel. Do I have it on the side? I don't have it on the side. Rows equals self layout row. I still trying to understand this. Rows equals self layout dot row. Row dot operator. Something. I'm just gonna call it something, and then it should do something. Text to go add cube. Okay. There you go. So there's the timer there. Okay, there you go. And then we have the button. You have the button.
Run that, and we can update the
Row operator. So the operator is like the type of, if it's a button, if it's something.
Panel. I'm going to go ahead and run that.
Mesh primitive mesh dot primitive cube add. So is that gonna, that adds a button, and it actually just adds a fucking button. Okay.
And look at that. Now we have.
But what if I want my own, like my own operators?
The scene.
So that's like adding other ones.
And this code.
Self layout row, self layout row. Self row operator, object shade smooth, text shade smooth.
Panel. Let me delete everything from the scene. And look at that panel.
It just does it, but it doesn't. What if I just want my own stuff?
And the category.
Oh, the description, my custom operator buttons.
Category of the I would recommend for info that defines the add-on information. And here is that BL info dictionary. And if you're not familiar with Python dictionaries, I have a video for that. I would recommend to check that.
BL info, Blender's info, name is equals to my custom panel, author, Victor's version, blah, 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 Blender, location. Okay, description.
But for now, all this information you will see in the add-on. Under nothing in this section. The description is that we can't support older versions of Blender. I'll provide the location, the description, and the category of the add-on.
Okay.
So now with this in place, we're going to save the script into a Python file, which has an extension of .py, and then we're going to install it as you would any other Blender add-on. I'm going to go right here and go into text and then save as.
So this is the information of the. Right now, I'm just gonna do that, something like that, timer. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it timer for now. I'll give it a name later on. Author. Okay, version 1, Blender 411. Location, 3D viewport, view side of my custom panel category. Sidebar, yeah, sidebar. Timer. Description, my custom operator buttons. Category, development. I don't know if there's any other category, but I'll figure something out. Okay, but what if I want to make my own custom panel? Because it's like, oh, add a cube, but okay. Custom operators. Oh, is it that? Yeah, it's the operators. Yeah, custom operators. Awesome. How do I do that? Import between give Python class mesh OT. Create a new monkey mesh object with a subdivision surface. Okay. So that's just a class. Utils register class. So this is from previous one. Add subdivided monkey. Add subdivided monkey. Let me see. ID name mesh that add subdivided monkey. Okay, so I can just do a class, right? That's my class. BL ID type. Okay, hold up. Because I can just do it on this one. Let me see. BL space type view 3D. What if I do view? Oh, that's the panel, and then this is the functionality. Let me do another one. Okay, so class. It's a view 3D. Or is it? Wait. It's not view 3D. It's UI. No. Yeah, it's just view 3D. View 3D. Add. It's not add. What does the button do? I forgot. Start timer? Timer? Just gonna call it timer. Whatever. And like I'm just gonna put B430. I'm just gonna put a start timer. Like what? So much work. I don't know if all of that is necessary. Is it necessary? View 3D. I don't know. Panel type, whatever. Timer. OT. What does OT mean? Panel type OT. What does OT mean?
Y operator class definition. Again, this is the category. This is OT stands for the operator. The name.
Oh, it's an operator. Okay, so yeah, this is an operator. I want the button to be an operator. And it's gonna be what?
Name, and we're gonna be.
So the name is button. Start timer. Start timer. Start timer, right? And then ppy.types dot what? Operator. Okay, now I'm trying to understand. I think I'm getting it. Okay, so ID name. So what type of ID name I'm gonna give it? ID name gonna be equal to a mesh add subdivide monkey.
So and you show I'm defining sub, and this will follow right after BPY ops. And this is just the label for our
BL label. So the label I know it's gonna be like, I don't know, start timer. Right. Oops. Start timer. Okay, right. But this then. ID name.
our operator.
Can it be anything? Can it just be start timer? Start that timer or something?
Now we need to define and execute.
Or just I'm gonna put timer.start. Because we need the type of it is, and then if it's gonna start, continue, end.
Method. Here it is, particular class, and we're passing it.
Execute, and then this is the actual logic. Okay. So I think I can delete all of this. Boom. So the start timer, we're gonna do a def start timer, which is going to what? It's gonna bring. Let me import time. It's gonna do the time thing. Where is it? It's gonna start time. Time.time. And then every update, it has to print it. Defining a timer context manager. T0 timer.perfect counter. The timer context manager below is very similar to the context manager above, except now we're surrounding the yield their timing logic. Okay. Whatever. So we do the start timer, we do a end timer. And stop timer, right? Stop timer. The continue, we need a lapsed start time, global elapsed time timer plus elapsed time. Elapsed time is equals to start time, global end time is start time minus time.time, which is the current time. Definition continue timer. I think timer. So this is the ID, but I think I'm just gonna put timer button, because really the button can be like start, could be stop, and could be continue. So I don't know. Global last time. Okay. Last time, I'm gonna store it to be 0. And then elapsed time, to continue timer, it's just technically started again, but I don't need continue. Okay. Just gonna save that real quick. See what's going on. Time. Start times. Valid syntax. Why? Okay, that ran. That's interesting. Don't know if I did something wrong there, but all good. I'm just gonna leave that there then. Start time. And then end time is equals 0. Okay, that ran. Right. Registering panel, BLD, blah blah blah. Save timer. Add cube. That does add cube. Row. So operator. Start. If I do timer button. Okay. Do I have to draw it as well?
Just want to enemy this.
Execute, finished, return. Gonna do that as well because that's actually pretty useful. Return. No, it's fine.
Go with this. We are ready to actually.
On register class, it's registering another class. Do I have to do that? Oh, there it is. Start time. Cool. So it did do a button. Pretty cool stuff, I think. What if I delete this? Okay. So I need to register it in order to call it here. Interesting. So, so if
Out and check if.
execute,
All right. Remember that I said that.
define execute, define execute. If I have to do that, just how it's called. And then I need to. Bloop. I don't know if I need to do that actually.
The tab to operator. Pretty cool, right? And here you go. You can see right away the documentation
Okay.
string that I added right here. And look at that. It's all coming together. And if I just close the parenthesis and hit enter, and you can see that this method returned a finish. So this is exactly
Return
this.
finished.
Head and add it sidebar.
So it does do it. I have the button. How do I know that if it clicks, it does something?
Done with our script. Head and rerun.
Separator. That's
Is
interesting.
actually just do it by hand. Let's go ahead and do that right. I will let's try to add the mesh, and then I'm going to look for the monkey, and I'll add it right here. Let's scroll down.
Oh yeah, it gives you the code for adding something. That's interesting. Mine is not adding.
Down in the right, and now I also want to
Add size to.
And so paste it on the mesh and hit shade smooth, like so. We're just.
So okay, I need also something that shows the timer. Is there like a label or something? Timer.
We have a run on our screen. Should the surface begins in the
Rather than this, because that's kind of just like a something like that. But is there like a? Oops. I actually low-key want to see like another. Oh, hello world panel. Draw self. Layout row. Object name. Object is object.name. Register. Okay. Retuple fast. I'm just gonna save this. Oops. Grab all of this. How do I? Because it's called retuple fast, but it should be because I wanted to do something else before. And upskill, inventory, portfolio, technical artist, Blender tools. Let me see what's going on here. Let me call this timer. There it was. Fine. Either way, I got it here. Timer. Awesome. Okay, so it clicks the button to start it. Start timer. Timer that button. Can the text change? And say that I want. I'll think of something later on.
I'll create a closer look side, replicable. So that's the right setting a.
How do I make it that it constantly updates? Okay, let's just call this like timer dot time time. I don't know. And I put it on timer time side. I know this makes no sense, but do you think it's gonna put it 0? And can I put this as string? Timer time. String, how to make a text, make number string, make number a string. Okay, have a go on, Sam. String, Python, string function. So string that should work. Timer times invalid. Invalid syntax. Why? Because it should be a string. What? Start time. Oh, right, because this is global. Start timer. Oh, there you go. So what if I do string timer time? There it is. Okay, timer. What if I do timer dot time? That doesn't work. Right. What if I do like the start timer? Just gonna put timer rather. Timer dot time. Nothing because there's no time. So what if I do that time is equal 0? Let me do elapsed time. Timer dot elapsed time. There you go. Okay. Okay, I'm smart. I know what's going on. So define start timer. So it starts. Okay. I said hi in the YouTube. Yeah, no, I said hi back, man. Hello, man. Let's see. Dot button text. That button. Okay, so button text. Button text is equals to start timer. Button text can be okay. I think I'm getting it. I'm getting it. So if elapsed time is equals to 0, for example, is equals to 0, then button text. Let me do button text is equals to what? Empty. Then I hear you then, I guess, or you said it in your mind. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I said hi. Oh, good, brother. Start timer. Okay, so if elapsed time is equal to 0, then button text should be start timer. If elapsed time, however, no, else, yeah, no, I'm just gonna put if elapsed time is greater than 0, then button text should be stop timer. And if elapsed time, how do I make it if continue would be if it already stopped. So I need a boolean because stop timer is like, okay, stop timer, and Okay. Okay, I have an idea. Else, there you go. Else button text is equals to continue timer. I have an idea. Okay. So if it's greater than 0, both could be greater than 0 because continue it would be greater than 0, etc. Stop timer. Stop timer only would happen if elapsed time is also ongoing. So if and timer running. So if it's running, timer running is equals true. It starts as true. And then stops timer after stops time running is equals false. Timer running. Else, if it's not running, else I'm just gonna put an if statement because else sometimes is kind of funky. If it's greater and timer is not running, and timer not timer running, then boom, do continue timer. Okay, so I'm gonna call this define button name on text on name. Button text. Define button name change or something. There you go. So now we have the timer, we have the button change name. So if I run this, it should say start timer, right? Ooh, had an error. Type object video has not attribute button text. Ooh, right. Change the name, my bad. There you go. Should in theory have it. So it's empty. Because yeah, it's empty. And it's not running define button name. So I'm gonna do a define execute. Which he has some other stuff like context and what else? Context itself as well. I don't know why he has it like that, but I'll just leave it like that for now. And I'm gonna put that it runs the button name change. Boom. There you go. Up. Right, because execute has to run as well.
This and actually, let me delete that.
Oh, what if I
I
have to what?
Rerun.
Okay, no, that confused me a bit. How do I know that it executes? How do I know that it runs? I guess I just do it like this. That's gonna change it for sure, right? No? Python traceback. Name button name change is not defined. Oh, I'm running it without really it running. Like it doesn't have an idea. There you go. Oh, the fuck? Define execute. I think execute runs naturally? No, it does not. So what if I just do it like this? Oops. That's a lot of problems. Name elapsed time is not defined. Elapsed time is not defined? And I don't know why I have this as string yet. I thought it was going to be the number and stuff, but it's not. Elapsed time is not defined. Elapsed. Cannot find. Elapsed time. Where is it? Where's the other? Last time. It's defined. It's right there. It's saying that it's not defined. 47. And then it says it's line 29. If elapsed time is equal 0, do I have to make it global? I don't get it. I don't get it. Let me print elapsed time. In theory, it should give me 0. Name elapsed time is not defined. It's right there. The fuck? Elapsed not defined. Python. Oh wait. Not defined. Python name error in Python. For I is the identifier as used in range function throwing the name error name s is not defined error. How to solve undefined x is equals 5 for I in range x. Okay. So the last time is here. What? What if I just put it here? Like, does that do anything? Don't tell me that fucking does everything. It's sort of crashing, so that must mean something. Oh. That's interesting. Let me check the Blender tool here. Oh, wrong one. Timer. Properties, open with Visual Studio Code. Just want to see that it's still in there. No, many of the stuff that I put in there do not save. They don't save. That's my question. Why don't they save? Okay. Like I've put Control S like multiple times. Read text. Read image text. Turn to text. Give me some. Hopefully that thing understands it. Like what it has there, because my Blender's crashing. Actually understood pretty well. I don't know why. Okay. Okay. Just gonna see if the code is still intact. Not really. So I guess it doesn't 100% understand it. Well, thank you all. I'm just gonna